Hello everybody, welcome back for some StarCraft 2 action. We got Scarlett going up against Big Gabe HeRoMaRinE in the Homestory Cup 24. So this is a little bonus game as we finished the tournament a couple days ago. But I felt like the Scarlett games are doing pretty well in viewership, and I need a couple StarCraft games to carry us over into the next tournament. And the Katowice replays aren't out yet as a moment of recording. I hope you've been watching that tournament. It's been pretty insane. Won't say anything else to spoil you. Go watch some IM Katowice StarCraft 2 2024 games. It's been awesome. But for now, we are watching a best of 3 between Scarlett and HeRoMaRinE here on Oceanborn. HeRoMaRinE going for that single gas into a barracks. Going for Reaper Expand, most likely. Could be a Reactor Double Marine. There isn't an easy pillar for the Overlord to hide on, so it's a possibility, but it's just a Reaper. And even sends out an SCV to scout, whilst also getting an expansion up here. CC is down for HeRoMaRinE. I expect him to go for a quick third CC as well, as HeRoMaRinE does like to just macro up and be more solid than you, have better mechanics than you, and what better matchup to do that than Z versus T, Zerg versus Terran. Scarlett got the hatch first down. We have gas pool, and let's see when she pulls out of gas here. Some Zergs pull out of gas around 60 already, but Scarlett pulling out of gas around 80, keeping one in, so delaying speed a little bit, but not too much. And trying to get her third base down, but this SCV won't allow it. And now the Reaper is here. Gas does get the gas down. SCV doesn't get the block on the gas. Lucky for Scarlett. Now Reaper is going to try and kill these Lings. Oh my god, does get one Ling. And Scarlett only making... No, she did make 4, but she sent... Where are the other ones? Oh, they're going across the map. Okay, very surprising. Drone did kill almost all of that SCV's HP, so only 5 remaining, but now this drone is also low on HP. But the Lings are here to delay this command center. Super cute play by Scarlett. Barely doesn't get it completed here for HeRoMaRinE. And now this command center does complete. Oh, it doesn't get loaded into the CC. Oh my god, it did get loaded in the Mikra. But the Zerglings also stay alive. Third base does get thrown down. The Reaper did not go down to the Queen. Reaper just going back home. Ling stays at the third base. I like that a lot. We do see that third base going down for HeRoMaRinE. Second gas finally added on, and a starport is coming out. We see reactor Hellions being pumped out. So soon, HeRoMaRinE will be able to pressure Scarlett a little bit, but not before speed finishes. So probably going to have to wait for at least 4 Hellions before moving out onto the map. First creep tumor is finally down. That seems a little late. Maybe one of them got sniped and we didn't notice it. Or maybe Scarlett went for an extra queen. That's also possible. Because that third was a little bit delayed. She went for double inject probably because that third was delayed. Usually you don't go for double inject because your third will be so expensive that you can't spend the minerals. And also you want to make more queens, and you'll have enough larvae anyways because this third will spawn. So I think that's what happened. She probably went for the double inject. Now we do have a quick Evo chamber here, not in a wall, just hugging this hatchery, going for quick carapace here, which is of course a very pivotal matchup, or a matchup upgrade for this matchup, because armor is very good against Marines, because Marines do a lot of damage really quickly in small instances of damage. And so armor helps a lot against that. We see a Banshee here, so Hellion Banshee is on the board. HeRoMaRinE will be pulling up 2 Banshees, because Banshees can one-shot drones when they are together. So 1 Banshee, 2 shots at drones, and 2 Banshees, 1 shots a drone. Creep tumors going down. Nice denial of the creep here from HeRoMaRinE, but immediately respread by Scarlett. 2 Queen groups, as any modern Zerg should. We see an additional factory coming out here. Double factory, actually. HeRoMaRinE showing that mech. We got that mech on deck. That rhymed. Second Banshee is now out. Is he going to switch it off, or is he going to continue building Banshees here? Because he is going mech. He could be going for Hyperflight Rotors. He is going for Hyperflight Rotors. So he's going for Speed Banshees here. So we'll probably see him go up to like 4 Banshees, most likely. And with the cloak here, probably he does have an armory. Does not have an armory. Okay, so no Hellbats. But we see additional Hellions coming out here. And as soon as Scarlett sees the giant amount of Hellions, she will know. But for now, it doesn't seem like she knows that it is indeed mech. This could still be bio. But as soon as she sees an additional amount of Hellions or more Banshees or whatever, she knows, or she will know, that it is indeed mech. We do see Cyclone Speed coming out as well. So this is going to be kind of like the battle mech style. Getting lots of Cyclones and Hellions. Do have double tech lab on the factories though. So perhaps we will see a couple siege tanks coming out, or we will see HeRoMaRinE transition into siege tanks at a moment's notice. Double armory coming out as well. Blue flame coming out. Oh, so it might just be because he wants these upgrades ASAP. There are these Banshees in the back trying to do work on the drone count. One Banshee is staying at home. 4th base already being added on. We see Hydras coming out from Scarlett. Not sure if she is aware of this mech transition, but she should sniff it out sooner rather than later. Do see a bunch of drones coming out as well. She has a 4th base. Creep spread is looking okay, but it's going to get diminished a little bit here. We don't see blue flames. I mean, we see the Cyclones now, so she should know definitely right now. But she doesn't really need a Roach Warren at this point. She already has the Hydras. We see double upgrades coming out now. But she is going into number 2 on the Carapace. Like, level 2 Carapace? Kind of tells me that she didn't know up until now. Because Carapace is pretty good against Cyclones, but is it that good? Like, the traditional upgrades against mech are pure attack upgrades. Now we see the Cyclone Hellions coming out here. And how is Scarlett going to deal with this? We do see an infestation pit, perhaps for some infestors. I would love some infestors, but I think it's going to be for the lurkers and the lurker upgrades. Banelings roll in onto the Hellions and get good hits there. Now only Hydras remaining. Would like a couple lingering reinforcements here. Hydras do target down the Cyclones. Very good job there, but does lose almost all of the Hydras there. 5th base has been constructed, but the Hyperflight Rotor Banshees come in and snipe that hatchery. Do get a cancel on it from Scarlett there, but these are fast Banshee girls. We see some drones being targeted down. Nice harassment here by HeRoMaRinE. Not finding the most damage because there are Hydras here. Oh, I don't know what just came in, but it died. An SCV just probably was still repairing one of the Banshees when they moved out. 4th base is now down for HeRoMaRinE. We have an engineering bay as well, so turrets can be constructed. I don't know what you want turrets for right now, but could be against like burrow roaches or some stuff. Something like that. 5th base going down for HeRoMaRinE. He's expanding aggressively. Getting a 5th base before Scarlett can do that. And Scarlett's supply is looking good though, but she needs to get something done here. Hydra speed coming up, Hydra range already completed, and this is a lot of factories making a lot of Cyclones here. This Cyclone mech. Do see a couple tanks as well from HeRoMaRinE, but not too many, honestly. How many do we have? Only 2? Yep, only 2 and Cyclones. Do see a lot of Lynx coming out, and I think just overwhelming amounts of Zerglings is going to be very strong here, especially because we just see no Hellions at all. So if Scarlett can surprise HeRoMaRinE with a big swell of Zerglings, and perhaps an Infestor or 2, I think she can kill the entire army. Oh my god, look at the surround that she's going to get here onto all of these Cyclones. Good job. We see a couple Hellions coming out, but 9 Cyclones are in production. Dude, HeRoMaRinE is just mono-battling with these Cyclones. Kind of a dumb unit, not gonna lie. I don't know who thought of these, but it's kind of... The strategic diversity of the Cyclone is not overwhelming. Another command center coming out for HeRoMaRinE. And we see high-sec auto-tracking for this PF and the turrets. And auto-turrets, if they ever come out, to have some extra range. Do see a Spire now, +2 range attack also coming out for Scarlett. She is maxed, and she has a lot of lings here. 100 lings on the map. And she runs into a third base. No actual defenses here ready for the third base. She can just click it down with the Hydras and the lings. Oh my god, the lings get on top of some of the Cyclones and the tanks. The wall is open, and she invites herself in. Don't mind if I do. The Banelings run into the Cyclone army, do really good damage there. And a lot of Hydras and lings are still alive. Lings trying to take down as many SCVs as possible. 36... 37, 38 SCVs do go down, and the rest of the army of Scarlett goes into the fourth base here. Lynx could have shift-clicked down a bunch of SCVs there, but she's focusing on the multi-prong run-by that she was doing there. And the Lynx and Hydras trading here with more Cyclones. Cyclones about to, or just halfway to their 2-2 upgrade, so Zerg units were better upgraded there. And what is she gonna do with these, with this Spire? Is she going for the Brood Wards? It wouldn't surprise me if this is an immediate greater Spire. We see the Adrenal Glands coming out, +3 range, +2 melee. And this is some fearsome Zerg that we are looking at right now. And that's a lot of Hydras. We see the Vipers here as well. Nice blinding clouds onto the tanks, but they do get targeted down by these Cyclones, and that's a lot of Cyclones. 21 of them, boys. And of course, once they are locked onto you, you can't really run away from these Cyclones. So Scarlett just runs in and trades aggressively with the Cyclones. But she is only on 5 bases right now. Whereas HeRoMaRiNE's also on 5 bases with mules. So he can keep on trading like this, and it should be fine. And as you can see, HeRoMaRiNE did lose more resources, but he's still alive, and he's going for a more efficient composition compared to Scarlett, so I think he can turn that around sooner rather than later. Going for a 6th base as well. Wow, with an orbital, just wants to mule hammer that down. And now we do see Greater Spire coming out, and more Vipers coming out, which is kind of more old school answer to the Cyclones, where the Cyclones were still a bit more expensive and tech lab units. A bit higher health as well. They were just a different unit. Now Hydraling here to fight the Cyclones once again. Scarlett is maxed. And a big Ling run by here onto the 6th base that hasn't landed yet. We do see some abducts of the Cyclones coming in. And those are just free trades there for Scarlett. So you can just gather more energy. Oh my god, this is one siege tank. Just go up the ramp. But she is a principled player. Does not go up the ramp without having vision. My fellow Dota players should learn something from that, guys. Now Scarlett moving down towards that 6th base perhaps, and HeRoMaRiNE just unbothered, keeps expanding, almost maxed again, as if he just didn't lose 35 SCVs a couple minutes ago, is at 100 SCVs. This guy's economy is just insane. See a bunch of spine crawlers being built. We get +1 air weapons as well. And this 5th base is never going down with all of those spines. And look at that. These Hydras can't really retreat. Once these Cyclones lock on, you can't run away. You're gonna lose those units 100%. Something like an Infestor will be really nice there. But Hydras are, of course, also pretty good because they have gosh darn long range. So they can trade very well with the Cyclones, especially when they have a bunch of those Zerglings in front of them, either wrapping around them or just just tanking for them, being a meat shield. Ooh, tank comes in, doesn't really want to be there, just got rallied in there. He's like, boss, I think I'm in the wrong location. Are you sure it's over here? Boss like, yeah, just do what Google Maps says. Just go there. The address is correct. I'm sure of it. I looked at it for like 2 seconds. 6 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7th base of Scarlett gets cancelled there. Do you see 3 Broodlords being constructed here? You want to have a bigger Broodlord count than that, though. Otherwise, the Cyclones just kind of run at you. But if you have a big clump of Hydras underneath, what can you really do? Oh my god. And this scan goes down from HeRoMaRinE, knows exactly what's going on, immediately adds on the THORS, because the THORS with high impact load can just A-move and destroy any amount of Broodlords, because Broodlings right now suck, and there's no more range micro with the Broodlords either. So you can't have that 13.5 range from the Broodlords anymore like you could back in the day. They're just hard capped at, I don't know what it is, 11 range? Maybe 9 range? I don't know. But they're slightly faster now, guys. The Broodlords are slightly faster. Makes them way more interesting. Oh my god, we do see a lot of Broodlings going down onto the backline here. All of these tanks just getting annihilated. And on the other side, though, the Cyclones getting ahead here of the army of Scarlett and just kind of outmaneuvering this slow Broodlord army. And that's kind of what happens when you do go for the Broodlords as the Zerg player. The moment you have Broodlords, your opponent is like, oh, you are so immobile. I'm going to abuse the heck out of it. And that is exactly what HeRoMaRinE is doing right here. How many Broodlords do we have? 11 Broodlords against 4 THORS so far. 2 more underway. They already have their high impact load mode engaged. So as soon as these THORS get those Broodlords in their sights, they will rain down hell upon them. And then some. 5 more Broodlords being included here, going up to 16. And they are screaming at their commander right now. Where are my infestors? Some neural parasites and even fungals would be so beautiful. Even just shooting down some changelings and getting these broodlings to run in would be very nice. But Scarlett honestly could just do with some Zerglings. Defending her army nicely here. But the Broodlords, look at that, it's so hard to engage. We do get the salvo upgrade, which is the upgrade that lets your Terran units transform faster. So your Vikings will land faster and, well, take to the skies faster. Your Thors will change mode faster, and your Hellions will morph into Hellbats faster, and the other way around. So they'll become real Autobots at that point. Ooh, look at that. All of these Broodlings going down onto the Cyclones and getting a couple Cyclone kills there. Very nice. But still, Scarlett getting those 6 Infestors now, realizing finally that it would be so nice to have a couple Neurals or have a couple Fungals here. You have a couple Vikings there trying to deal with this overwhelming amount of Broodlords. Still 15 over here. Nice yoink there onto the Thor. Getting harpooned back into the Zerg army. And Scarlett is so rich right now. What does she want to spend her money on? I wouldn't be surprised to see a Ultra Cavern coming down as well. Just remaxing into like 9 Ultras when the time does come that these Broodlords die. Or even going into Lurkers. I don't know if she has a Lurker Den. Doesn't look like it, but it would be a very good option for her to have. But for now, she just wants to keep her money in the bank, make sure that she can remax if she takes a slightly less favorable trade. 26 drones going down. Oh my god. What just happened? I think we just missed it, but probably a lot of Hellions just running by. We have 9 Hellions here on the map. Maybe with some Cyclones, because this base just got completely destroyed. HeRoMaRinE again abusing the mobility of Scarlett here. 30 drones go down and more Hellbat. Yeah, Hellbats are pretty good at killing bases. And that's why you want spine forests near your base as soon as you start investing in such a low mobility army. Like, a lot of Zergs actually favor the Lurker compositions because of stuff like this. Lurkers with their speed upgrade can actually just unburrow and run away. Oh, wow. HeRoMaRinE announcing the fact that he's going to enter the super late game by just throwing away about 20 SCVs there and just taking down all of the maps. And now these two bases that Scarlett did just have are very important this match, because we seem to be going pretty late here. These bases are like the bases that are kind of up in the air. Like, who do they really belong to? Oh my god, the THORS come in. THORS do way too much damage to the fragile Hydras. Look at these Broodlords and Infestors just slowly waddling their way. Yes, boss, I'll come over to the other side of the map. It will only take me about 2 hours to get there, but when I get there, I will throw my babies at them. Don't you worry about that. How many THORS do we have? 15 THORS. So it was mass Cyclone mech into mass Thor mech. Now both players going down to about 60 workers. Both of them entering that super late game. Almost all of their upgrades are done as well, or at least the relevant ones for now. And look at all of these broodlings raining down hell. 20 broodlords. Is this Wings of Liberty? It might just be. We do see Liberators being the next transition. So Thor Liberator tank against the broodlords. Not a composition you see every day, and the Broodlord just going back. I'm actually surprised Scarlett doesn't stay, like, over here. Throw down some static defenses. Take this base. You want to mine this one out ASAP. And you're maxed out anyways. So you can spend a little money on buildings. +3 flyer attack coming out here. So anything that these Broodlords or Corruptors hit will get annihilated. Do we have Neural Parasite, actually? Yeah, we do have Neural Parasite on deck. So we could get some Neural Parasite action. We do see a couple Fungals going down. We also see Parasitic Bomb, which is the air destruction combo from these spellcasters. Vipers plus Infestors can kill a lot of stacked air units with that combo. Parasitic Bomb plus Fungal. But this is not a lot of air. This is just mass Thor. 15 Thors. And oh my god, look at the high impact load just annihilating those Broodlords. One of them already dead. A second one could have fallen. Only 4 HP left. Oh my god. Look at the Broodlord. Look at the Thors. They're even in a choke. But all these freedom fields and pure Broodlord going up against Thors. And I already told you that the Thors kind of annihilate Broodlords. It's not very close, I'm not gonna lie. It feels bad. You've made that many Broodlords, it's just no. The Thors don't derp out against the Broodlings anymore, and you can't kite the Thors as effectively. So that was a lot of Broodlords, and Scarlett going down to 140 supply, not spending her money right now. Kind of flabbergasted that somehow she was losing to mass Thor here, just making Zerglings. Maybe she doesn't even have larva anymore. She doesn't have larva. Oh my god, she didn't make enough hatcheries and didn't have enough queens anymore. Oh my god, a little bit of a mistake there in the super late game from Scarlett, not managing her larva properly. And because of that, couldn't get a good remax going. And Scarlett GG's out. And HeRoMaRinE takes the first game in this best of 3. And we are here on Alycone for game number 2, and before the action kicks off, I would like to remind you to hit that subscription button, be sure to like the video, and tell me if there's any other games from the Homestory Cup that I missed that you would like me to do. I have a little bit of time before the Katowice replay pack comes out, so if there's any games you would like to see from the Homestory Cup or even the ESL, I think it was winter? The last ESL tournament. Just let me know down in the comments below, and I can make that happen for you. I would love to do so. Now Scarlett going for a hatch first on Alycone, not on the gold base though. Missed opportunity, really. HeRoMaRinE going for standard 1 gas barracks. I kind of fully expect HeRoMaRinE to do exactly the same thing as he just did in game number 1. Just go for the Reaper, go for the 3cc, and even go into mech. We've seen him do it against Raynor as well, just going mass Cyclone. I wouldn't be shocked if he does it again, just full meching it happen. Which is honestly quite surprising after seeing him play bio religiously for all of those years. Just going straight into the mech, being like, yep, these are just... It's an easier style of play, and it's kind of strong. It's a lot less taxing on the hands and the mind. Scarlett will be scouting out both the Reaper and the CC though, so she knows exactly what's going on. 4 Lings are coming out, and this third base drone is coming out and won't be blocked by an SCV this time around. And also won't be denied by the Reaper. Reaper not even going to try. Ooh, it would have been a close one, but not going to try. We see 4 Lings here. Is this going to be a Clem Reaper? Or is it just going to be a regular Terran Ladder Scout Reaper? Oh, 1 Ling does go down. And the drone is taking a little bit of damage, but Queenie Mama is out here. Loco has been calling her Brenda since forever. But, I don't know. My queens don't have a name just yet. Maybe in the future. And there we go, factory landing onto the reactor. Going to be some Helionen, most likely. Second barracks coming out, actually. Ooh, okay, so it's going to be 2-1-1 with a third CC, so switching it up, and probably going to be a bio style then, this game around. Which is surprising me, and might also surprise Scarlett a little bit. Like, if we see her go for relatively early Roach Warren stuff, that would actually be pretty interesting. But as soon as she realizes that it isn't Banshee, she could go for like a 3-gas, 50 drone Roach Ling all-in. Or at least a very aggressive push, but I don't know if she likes those. If you've been watching IEM recently, then Ragnarok or Shin has been doing that a lot versus the Terrans in his group, and been getting pretty decent results with it. HeRoMaRinE walking around with this Reaper 2 Hellion group to just see if he can get a couple creep tumors down, but so far he can't. And with this third base, Scarlett looking for a fourth base. Is she going for the gold, perhaps? Or going for that base? At least she's mining out all of the minerals. That is nice if there's a drop over here. Do we have any additional Hellions? No, we do not. It's only 2 Hellions, so this is a very fast 2-1-1. Getting those 16 Marines operational ASAP. And does Scarlett know? Does she suspect? Going for a nice fourth base that is very hard to harass by any amount of Hellions, which might play into the fact, or might be one of the reasons why HeRoMaRinE isn't getting a lot of Hellions up here. Because if you go Hellion Cyclone stuff here, it's like one army over here, and one of them over here, and it's just, you can't get anywhere. You defend 4 bases with just 2 pathways. Now that's very turtle-friendly. Third base going down for HeRoMaRinE, and he goes out with 14 Marines. These 2 were left behind. You spawned a little bit too late. We see double engineering bay coming out for that double upgrade play. Combat shields as well. More medevacs coming out. Siege tanks being added on as well, so no Widow Mines as of yet. And here comes that 2-1-1 push into the fourth base that Scarlett might have expected was completely safe, but it isn't. 2 Overlords going down right away, and the hatchery is going down. And Scarlett didn't know this was going on. 100% didn't know, because you have more Zerglings than this, if you know. Yeah, she didn't know. She didn't know this was going on. So she got surprised here by HeRoMaRinE. And look at these Stim Marines run into the main base, doing a lot of damage. This build is already kind of tricky to hold if you know it's coming. But if you don't know it's coming... Ooh, It's not fun. And if you attack too early with too few lings, the fight is so lopsided. I don't know the exact numbers, but let's say you need 35 lings to beat this, and you only have 28, then you lose all of your lings and you kill like 4 marines. And if you have 10 more lings, then suddenly you lose half your lings and you kill all of the marines. Like, it feels very bad if you attack a little bit too early into that double medevac drop, and then, of course, he's like tucked into your minerals, and you can't quite get them around, and then... Ugh. It feels so bad, and then your queens are like attacking random marines in the back that can just get healed up. Never happened to me, though, of course. Second factory being added on here for HeRoMaRinE, 4th CC, and Scarlett a little bit behind here, but is getting up a new 4th base, getting a 5th one at that. Already has Baneling speed, and now going back into the Hydra, going for a Lingbane Hydra once again, feeling confident with that style. We see Armory coming out as well, so the 2-2 for HeRoMaRinE will be coming up. 3 more barracks. I feel like he's going to hit a monster timing with the 2-2 if he does go for that. I wouldn't be surprised to see a small move out with 1-1, but I would kind of like him to keep most of his tanks at home, actually. And just do a little push out with like 3-4 medevacs full of bio. Maybe like 1 tank to abuse some kind of ledge. And then just go back home and hit a monster timing with the 2-2 and even +1 tank or like +1 mech. Trades 2 marines for a baneling. I'm not sure who that favors. I guess it favors the Terran here. Gas is slightly more expensive. We see a macro hatch coming out from Scarlett. Probably has a little bit of, oh my god, double Liberator harass, making this base completely unsafe. Re-targeting her right away. Shades of Clem here. But she has a little bit of trauma from the last game, so this macro hatch came out real early. Infestation Pit coming out again. We see Hydra speed. See a couple Hydras here, so she should be able to deal with these Liberators. No Spore here, though. So, oh my god, she will have to stop mining here. Does it actually cover the patch? I feel like it doesn't cover any of the patches. I would have kept mining. I would have kept mining. But now the queens here tried to clean up this Liberator force. Oh my god, double Liberator force. Immediately kills one of the queens, but one Liberator does go down, and now a big push is coming out. The 2-2 isn't even done yet, but HeRoMaRinE is just almost maxed, and he's like, I can just go kill you now. Or at least get a lot of good trades. Scarlett also has 1-1 though. 190 supply here for the Queen of Blades. But this is a deep siege line. And this 4th base is in peril. The 5th base did get dropped again. And I don't know if she can stop it. These banelings are not in position. Or at least not going for the counteroffensive. Ooh, Ling Hydra. Go, go, go! No, you're just... Drop here in the 4th base does wreak havoc. Drop in the main. The siege line does get cleaned up, but Scarlett is losing a lot of workers in the back. She is losing a lot of workers at the 4th base and in her main base, but 61 drones, she's still in this, making about 20 more drones. So this is all about the follow-up push. If this next push from HeRoMaRinE comes, she needs to somehow hold it. And if she can, she's in this game. But it's going to be a toughie, as we say in the professional StarCraft 2 casting world. Here comes another force of HeRoMaRinE. I feel like this is just to establish the Xel'Naga. It doesn't look like a super big force, but it is. Oh, there come more reinforcements. Oh my god, 4th base or 5th base does get saved, so it can go up, but banelings here do get caught. Where is the army of Scarlett? 150 supply against 200, and HeRoMaRinE just knocks on the door, slams down his Thor hammer. He is huge, he is here, and he is here to knock out Scarlett out of this game. 4th base is already down, and so are Scarlett's chances of winning this game. She's just a 120 supply against 180, and GG's out of this game. These drones trying to find a home, but there is no home for the forever homeless. And Big Gabe, HeRoMaRinE, takes the series 2-0. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this cast. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.